He certainly has. His record speaks for itself. But one of the things I really like about Orel is the way he prepares himself.
First ball hitter, rarely walks, and he will provide quite a threat immediately. First ball hit, slow roller to Hamilton. Off balance throw is just in time.
La Russa has come up on the top step. He may come out to talk to him.
Walks, and of course the walk to Dave Stewart allowed Canseco to eventually come up and hit a grand slam. Got him, and he came inside. So after starting him at the knees and missing away, Hershiser challenged Henderson and got away with it. Seiko, we wondered about. We talked about that ferocious swing he had last night. I wanted to check his bat today as he hits a high fly ball to right center, but it's playable. Marshall is there to pick it off. We'll tell you more about Canseco's bat later on. At the end of half an inning, he's nothing. Book, and the main character was named Dr. Storm, so she wanted him to have the same qualities. He told one of my favorite people, Bob Verdi, the Chicago Tribune columnist, a great line. A little chopper over the mound, charging it is Hubbard. Little Glenn throws and got him. Nice play. One away. When Bob Verdi was talking to Dennis Eckersley to San Diego, and Boa said, Davis thinks the initials on the cap mean Storm Davis. High fly ball to left field. Dave Parker, who hadn't been playing out there since June, makes the play.
Storm Davis is one of those guys, too, that lives under the don't use my name. That is about as accurate as it gets.
And a one-hopper off the glove of Carney Lansford and on out into left field. So Hatcher, a big turn, and now gets back. The thing about Hatcher, the crowd identifies with him. To Mike Marshall with two down, Hatcher going on the pitch. Mickey goes, fastball, got him. He foul tipped it, and Ron Hasse held on to it. No runs, a hit, a man left. At the end of an inning, no score. Orel Hershiser. So the Cobra checks in a starting role for the second game in a row and hammers it to center for a base hit.
Ben, if there would be one thing, if you were scouting or giving a report on the Oakland A's, I think you would emphasize most of them are first.
Even though Hershiser's stock in trade is to keep the ball down. Ground ball to Griffin. He feeds Sachs. He goes to Stubbs. Double play.
And Parker did his best to try to take Sachs out of the play. And 5 outs on 13 pitches. You wonder why he wins all those games?
A lot of strikes, a lot of ground balls. There's another one. We told you that's a sure tip-off on the kind of stuff he has. So the A's are gone in the second. At the end of an inning and a half, no score. Bottom of the second inning, and John Shelby, a former teammate of Storm Davis at Baltimore, hits the first pitch to Mark McGwire. One up, one away.
Well, I have to believe, Vin, when you throw a curveball that big on the first pitch, like last night, but here he is on the bench.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Mike Scioscia. In on the hands to blow him away. $1 million pitch against a guy who doesn't strike out.
You see Hasse move right in on him and Storm
inclined, like so many others, to fight his control. So the hitter's trying to be a little patient. Ground ball to the hole, deep in the hole, backhanded by Weiss. Off balance throw, got him. What a play!
What a major league play to get that much on that throw while he's in midair.
Yeah, it's still a little tough to pick off that ball. Fastball jammed him, popped up, and Hershiser's going to catch it or try. One down.
That's what he calls the high sinker. Now that's almost contradictory. What can be a high sinker?
He's had a dream year on the way to win 23. The 2-1 pitch on the way, a comebacker, and he pulled it down, throws him out.
He's a good fielder, so it was not that tough a play. I just want to go back to all this.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, what a breaking ball. That's dirty pool again.
Well, he just hasn't seen one since San Diego.
And at the end of 2.5, no score. The swing, that was kind of groping.
They call that a hope swing. I hope I get the bat on it. I hope it drops in. I hope it goes foul.
And he pops it in the air foul. Carney Lansford on the line. Now in foul territory to put him away. 1 down.
You certainly can see that the Storm is not a few terms we have.
3-2 the count. La Russa now watching Storm Davis. And there's a base hit to center.
He faked the bunt and does it again.
Well, he's a handy man with the bat. And after having had 11 during the year, it's really not a surprise to see him single to center.
It'd be unusual to see Hershiser go.
And he went to right and has his base hit. And Hershiser's going to test Canseco. The throw to third, he's in there.
I'd let that bat in his hands right now, man.
0-1. And there's the ground ball, base hit to right. Hershiser scores, and Sachs will go to third. 1-0 Dodgers.
Sachs really acting it out, talking, and if nothing else, it puts the idea of a squeeze play in your mind, even though it's this early.
Runner going, chopper up the middle, into center field. Sachs will score, Stubbs to third, in there, down to second, Hatcher.
It was the hit and run play, and when he jumps over Weiss, he lands on the bag.
0-2. Deep left field. Back goes Parker on the track at the wall. Gone. Swinging by Shelby, and he does as he did before, grounds it to McGuire with a second out with Davis covering. Kind of a lineup the A's have. They certainly can't get down.
Oh, no.
High pop fly, going out is Weiss, coming in is Parker, and it's Big Dave. But the Dodgers post a high five on the scoreboard, and 3 of them knocked in by number 5. Meanwhile, Storm Davis thinking of what might have been. And Lansford appears to chase one. That's the third strikeout for Orel Hershiser.
And when you pitch inside.
From last year to this. Breaking ball, got him swinging. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Hershiser. 4 strikeouts in the game. And we have 2 out in the 4th inning. And now here comes the guy who makes the earth shake this year. But, of course, Don Baylor always wins that. He was hit a dozen times. Half swing, got him. He strikes out the side. 4 consecutive strikeouts and 5 in the game. Back, you remember when it appeared as if they were buried by the Red Sox. Meanwhile, Jeff Hamilton, Alfredo Griffin, Orel Hershiser, roller up the middle, and there's Weiss on it behind the bag to get him. That's the second time Walt Weiss has taken a base hit away from Jeff Hamilton.
Last time up, you remember he just was hoping that hope swing. That's a slow bat.
0-2 the count. Ground ball, slow batter, no, and it is smothered by Hubbard, who can't make a play. Gee, another great effort by up-the-middle players.
If he swings, fakes the bunt, and swings and fouls it off, he's still alive.
Griffin is gone, and the pitch is slapped down the line. Fair ball. Griffin is being waved in. Canseco is going to relay to McGuire, and it's over his head. The run scores on a double by Orel Hershiser.
With 2 strikes. And he fakes the bunt, and once again they challenge the best arm in the outfield.
And he's the kind of a guy who'll pitch every day if need be. He pitched 108 innings in relief, second to Dwayne Ward of Toronto. Chopper to shortstop. Weiss holding Hershiser to throw him out.
Here's that replay on Griffin scoring. Now he is running full steam.
Charlie Strasser's jacket. 3-1. And that's high. So they know he's a low ball hitter. Then they walk him high to bring up Mickey Hatcher.
You know, when you talk to Dave Duncan about Gene Nelson, he uses a baseball expression I've heard 1,000 years. He's got good stuff.
Here's 2 for 2. 1-0. Check swing, a comebacker. Gene has it, throws him out while Hatcher's still in the box. Mickey is still there talking to the plate umpire, and he's done. We'll be back after these messages from your local station. And he also was hurt.
Right.
The Cruz was healthy and bypassed. 2-2. Change, grounded, bad hop over the head of Stubbs, and a glimmer of hope now for the Oakland A's. When you're down something like 6-0, you're always looking for a break, and there it was.
Did in that second inning. Can't pull him.
No balls, 1 strike. Dead low ball hitter. Big chopper into the hole. Backhanded by Griffin to Sachs for 1 to Stubbs. Double play. For Tony La Russa. But of course, one consolation, they're going home to the Colosseum. A little fly ball to left. Hatcher coming on. He's there. No runs, a bad hot single, nobody left. And at the end of 4 1/2, 6-0 Dodgers. Third, that sums up the kind of hitter he is.
You throw it, he might swing at it. There he goes.
He does. Drives it into the left field corner, and the Cobra can't get it. It's against the fence, and the ball is still in play. Marshall is on his way for 3. The throw to third. He is in there. Played since June until now and made a great effort and just came up a buck short as Shelby strikes out. 1 down.
I'll tell you, though, that Hassey's going to have to just impress upon these guys to bounce that ball up if you get 2 quick strikes on Marshall and see how anxious he is.
The Dodgers 6 runs, 9 hits. Now, a lot of things could happen here because Scioscia's a contact hitter. And he pops it up. Going out to get it is Hubbard. And makes the play. Good pitching by Gene Nelson. With a runner at third and nobody out, he strikes out Shelby and gets Scioscia to pop up. Shadows in right field. They have somebody throwing, so you know La Russa's thinking hitter. 0-1. Fastball. High drive into left. Parker going back to the track and one-hands it. And the Dodgers leave Marshall at third at the end of 5. Dodgers 6, A's nothing.
That's about what he was going to tell me.
2-1.
They feel good.
A chopper to Sachs, and he short hops to get him. The National League answer to Polonia would be Roger McDowell.
Whether you make GQ or not, huh?
Right. There's Polonia. A first ball hitter. Thank you very much. As he pops it up.
Trailing by 6. That's the change in baseball right there. It's the biggest change I know.
So they're gone in the 6th, and at the end of 5 1/2, 6-0 Dodgers.
6 innings, he has faced the minimum. He's had 2 double plays to help him.
And in the inning where he made only 5 pitches, and yet instead of making him pitch, try to get a board, anything at all, they went up there hacking right away. Is Griffin, but he hits it to Canseco in right center. 1 away.
You know, the point you make about drawing that base on balls, you could scotch tape those 2 guys together. They would make 1 Canseco.
Well, that's right.
6-run lead. Why not take him out of the ball game and save him to come back later on? I don't think Lasorda will do that.
Shot inside third and down the line. Hershiser is going to go 3 for 3 with 2 doubles.
They'll never get him out of the game now when you get 3 hits.
And what is it the American League always says? What's the fun of watching a pitcher hit? And big cards yet to play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Comebacker. Kurt Young will make the play, and Hershiser stays at second.
You think he's wearing Charlie Strasser's jacket just to get Charlie Lou?
And don't you know they're aware of that? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped in the air on the right side. Mark McGwire along with Hubbard, and it will be McGwire. So the Dodgers left Marshall at third in the 5th and Hershiser at second in the 6th, and we'll be back after these messages from your local station. Acceptable to chasing that bad ball. So let's see what they do now in the 7th.
See if he pitches him the same way.
Chopper to third, right under behind Jeb Hamilton and through. He would make that play, I believe, most of the time. He just started to come up, and it went by him. Tracy Woodson, the new first baseman, and it will be an error. 0-2. Chopper to Sachs. He backs up for the hop. They get one. Not in time. Carney Lansford in on the bag with a good hard slide, even though he boy here with a runner aboard. 1 out in the 7th. 6-0 Dodgers. Fastball and a towering fly ball. It's playable. John Shelby. Looked like that fly ball was so high that when it came down, it almost knocked Shelby down.
Drive him into the ground.
It is hard to believe when you realize what a good ball club the Oakland A's are. And make no mistake, they are a dynamite team. But going to second base is Henderson, and take a good look at him. He is the first member of the A's to reach second base tonight. And down in the Dodger bullpen now, just beginning to stretch it out, is the former A, Jay Howell. But there's a fly ball to right. Marshall is there. And the A's lead 2. And at the end of 6½, Dodgers 6, A's nothing.
Oh,
Eric Plunk.
Love it.
1-2. Half swing. See you later, Hatch. 1 away. It's that rising fastball just exploded.
That's that four-seamer that rises. And
okay, you can see now why they think so highly of Eric Plunk. Boy, he throws hard.
And he can be wild high, but it looks so good, you're going to chase it.
And Jimmy Mott had him autograph it. Imagine hitting a ball that hard. 3-2. Got him. And he came inside to take care of Shelby, who is struggling and goes 0 for 4. Impressive inning for Eric Plunk. Strikes out the side. Russell listening to Joe Ferguson and moving Shelby in center. Strike 3 called to Ron Hasse on a pitch up. And the best you could say about it was a borderline pitch. Walt Weiss on deck. Missed. He could be tiring now. Remember, he went 3-2 to Hasse and barely got a strike. Then he goes 3-2 to Hubbard and walks him. Ground ball, and it's to Woodson. He goes to Griffin. Back to Woodson. Too late. So a 3-6 force play, and you have 2 out in the 8th inning. The Dodgers have turned 2, and they've come close on a couple. I'd almost look for a pitch in the dirt.
I would too. Let's see if he chases it at least to the outside part of the plate.
1-2.
There it is.
Half swing, got him. I'm talking about old buddies. Rick Honeycutt. I guess if you examine the trades that involve the Dodgers and A's who have changed uniforms, there's a fly ball to right. It was not only a great trade for each team, but each team traded away very popular players. But he was not in the World Series. He appeared in '83 and in '85. '83 with the Phillies. '85 always remembered as the Jack Clark series. See you later, Hamilton. 2 down. Orel Hershiser has just been magnificent, and that's the story. He's got a 3-hit shutout. 2-2. Sinker away. So what a number he did on Alfredo Griffin. Sliders down and in, a sinker away, and Orel has a date with the 9th inning. Only 2 men to second base, and 1 was on a stolen base. And he's walked him. But he's struggling now, no doubt about it. He gave up a 3-2 count and got a strikeout to Hasse in the 8th. Now Jesse Orozco has joined Howell in the bullpen.
Trying to find a strike is what he's trying to find. He's struggling.
The runner goes. Since they're not holding him, it's a strike. That's the second time. Remember, they let Weiss go in the 8th inning. Now they turn Lansford loose since the first baseman Woodson is way back. Chopper to third, look at second, and they get the out at first. And of course, that's a perfect double play ball if Lansford were not at second base. 1 out in the ninth. Many in the crowd on their feet. Ground ball to short. Alfredo perfectly positioned to get him. 2 out in the ninth. And now it's a case of everybody up. One ball, 2 strikes. Got him. I don't know what it is on the Chinese calendar, but it's the year of the Hershiser, the year of the Bulldog.